vectors. He's going to be able to take those vultures out. He's going to bring all those SCVs up to try to, assist in the attack. So this is going to be effectively repelled. Interesting tactic on 910's part. Didn't pay off, and I think it's further delayed him in his expansion. I still don't see an expansion on 910's side. So the definite economical advantage is in Lomo's favor, and that's going to cost him in the long run. Right now he's having damage inflicted on his barracks. I don't see that barracks staying up for long. For whatever reason, 910 decided to go mines, which I don't see as they're not very effective for anything but scouting at this point. There are only vultures and SCVs out in the field. I don't see any tanks being produced on either side. I would hope that both sides would be getting tanks and moving them up. There is a machine shop, but it looks like most of the machine shop upgrades are going into vulture speed upgrades and the spider mine upgrades for whatever reason. Here comes an SCV to do a scout. He sees that there's still a decent grouping of vultures. He's going to come and engage them, kick them out of his area, as it will, try to take the new expansion. I don't know if he's planning on expanding there soon. Let's see. He's going to have to fall back with this force, but that'll be okay because he's going to have reinforcements coming in his base pretty soon. And even if not, he can bring the SCVs down, which he's doing right now to aid in the attack. Looks like 910 had those vultures pinned in. He's going to go in and inflict some damage, but I would expect him to lose those vultures fairly quickly, just because they're pinned in the backside of the base. He looks like 910's doing as much damage as he can, taking out 2 or 3 SCVs, but yeah, it looks like those vultures are going to be readily taken care of. So at this point, 910 really needs... Oh, 910 did an excellent job sneaking 2 more vultures down in, but it looks like that too is going to be taken care of. They're now pinned in the back of the base once again, trying to do as much damage as possible to 910's economy. I think... Lomo's economy. I think 910 realizes right now that he's in a severe economical disadvantage. I don't think he has an expansion even being built yet, whereas Lomo has 2 expansions going. Looks like 910 just finally got his second expansion up. He's bringing up SCVs to harvest from it. Looks like now that that economical advantage has been adjusted a little bit, but we'll see how that works out in the short term. 910 is starting to build several factories. I think he's just going to continue with this vulture push. It looks like Lomo has 4 factories out, which is putting him at an extreme production advantage. Plus he has the additional supply depots, plus he has the additional economy to actually produce the units. I don't know where 910 is going to get the res to actually produce vultures to fight off Lomo's vultures. Looks like Lomo's coming down for an actual attack. I think 910 realizes an attack's coming. He's definitely seeing it across his spider mines. He's going to put him in position for a pincer. Immediately that was spotted by that barrack. So Lomo knows exactly where those vultures are. 910 has a general idea of where those vultures are. Here comes the big battle out in the middle. We'll see who comes out of this. This could be a deciding factor in the game, whoever wins this conflict right here, because it's going to be either a straight shot into 910's base, or he's going to be able to push Lomo back and maybe get tanks, something else to defend his base. Looks like he's pulling back, but there's still significant force that Lomo has. He's pushing in. 910's bringing up the SCVs to try to attack, try to push back those vultures. He was successful in doing so, but no, looks like Lomo it was just a feint. He brought them back down. He's going to take out the rest of those vultures. The SCVs again coming down. Lomo's pushing them in, inflicting as much damage as possible. I would expect reinforcements to be coming in for Lomo fairly soon. I mean, he has 4 factories producing in the backside. 910 trying to do as much damage with those SCVs to the vultures, which is doing even more damage to his weak economy at this point. He really needs to keep... this is just really bad for 910. He doesn't have the economy to be pulling SCVs off the line. He needs to be producing vultures. These vultures are getting taken down almost immediately as they're coming out. He's bringing the SCVs out again. He's not going to have any res to build more vultures to fight off this attack. More vultures coming down the line. This is going to be GG for 910. 910 just doesn't have the force, the production, or the economical capacity to stop Lomo at this point. Looks like Lomo's bringing in... This is going to be an entirely vulture victory. I haven't seen this in a while. But just vultures coming down. Looks like 910's trying to surround his vultures, keep them repaired, but there's about 12 wraiths coming down into his base right now, full control vultures coming down into his base, full control group. They're just going to take out the rest of those vultures. He's trying to hold that line, not let him into his main. That's unsuccessful. There's 5 factories in here, but there's 5 factories that can't produce anything because he just doesn't have the minerals to produce at the moment. I think this is going to be GG right here. He's not going to be able to fight this off. The vulture's dying everywhere. Explosions. GG. That was an interesting game. I would have expected tanks to be pushed out sooner to deal with vultures on either side. I don't quite understand 910's decision to stick with mass mines, although that would have stopped the tank, but definitely not up the center lane, where I think Lomo had a definite idea that that's where they were. Anyway, this was another commentary by Diggity. Check out TeamLiquid.net, a very excellent resource for StarCraft, professional, everything professional StarCraft, basically. Once again, if you haven't already, check out Clazzard on YouTube.